What is it? Of course. Soon, I can almost taste it.
God help us! Somebody do something!
Oh no.
Was?
By the gods, this can't be happening. What is it? I don't feel right. I'm going to lay down for a while.
Someone new, perhaps? Don't let the shop's name frighten you away. I have... Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Until next time.
Yes?
Divine smile on you, friend.
Good day, friend. Keep
Das.
Can you imagine it? A world. Of course they did. If I may ask, what will you do with them now? I did, in fact. Quite perceptive of you. I'd very much like to have those scrolls. Someday I may be able to return them to their rightful place in the Imperial City. How would you feel about turning them over to me? Oh my, well, that's not exactly what I had in mind. Still, if it means their safekeeping, I suppose it is worth it. This has certainly been quite the adventure, hasn't it?
The gods gave you two hands, and you use them both for your weapon. I can respect that.
Captain Gallen does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
Talk to Captain Gallen if you're looking to book passage.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here, and we've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Raven Rock started out as an Imperial settlement, but the Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, but when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion? Revenge for the enslavement of their people? Or perhaps both? Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland. Giolan, I was starting to wonder what happened to.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested. But
What?
this load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much coin.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we have. Let me talk to Laeral. I'll see what we can do.
All right, Admiral. Don't worry about rushing it. Just pay me when you can.
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our laws. Otherwise, you'll answer to the Redoran Guard.
As the wife to the second counselor of Ravenrock, it would be my pleasure to help you any way that I can.
Here in his shrine.
That it.
That we might remember.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here? Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there. Building something, clearly, and yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out. There is the big island of Ardenfell and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself. When the city of Vivec was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild. We are still but a shadow of our glorious past, but someday we will rise again. It is the only place where silt striders can be found, although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived. Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shores. The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills, too. It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivec and Aldrun. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion. You are too young to remember the Nerevarine. He defeated Degahur and saved us all from the Blight.
He
Are we
grows
done?
ever near
I
to
thought so.
us.
Our eyes once were blinded. Now through him do we see.
Your hands.
That seems inadvisable. Oh, fascinating. So
When
you
the
are able to
world
resist
shall
the shit
listen.
by exerting your will. Fascinating.
And when the
I would
world
not
shall
advise
see.
touching the stone again. The effects of repeated contact could be... I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would
And
make
when
a
the world
fascinating test
remembers.
subject.
Care for anything from my stand today?
Ash yams. Disgusting. I'd rather eat cheese that's been sitting in the sun for a week.
Look, I know why you're here. I'll get the coin, I promise.
If you want that beautiful wife of yours to stay that way, you'd better.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods? My wife and I are doing the best we can to keep Raven Rock fed. I think so, but I can't remember how I know him. Or maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think so. But the only thing that comes to mind is a shrine near the Earthstone. The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. If the quality's right, I'll take those off your hands. Let me take a look. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place.
If you've got any gripes, check in it. Second Counselor Arana will sort you out.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
As the wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock, it would be my pleasure to help you. You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost.
Has Captain Veleth discovered anything
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived.
I understand, Edward.
Yes, the strident squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck, and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio. May I have a word with you, counselor?
The Redoran
Of
Council
course,
tasked me with
Sindiri.
keeping Laeral alive.
What troubles you?
Which I've done.
I was concerned about our food stores. Jalan can only carry so much on each journey, and I'm afraid we might run out.
I'll speak with Garen and
Am I
see
to
if we can't
suddenly
increase the
turn my
crop
back?
production this season.
I'm sorry, my love. It's this island. It's never felt the same since we
fear
left
we'll be feasting on
Vardenfell.
ash yams a
It's
bit
as
more
though
often
a
this
part
year.
of me is missing.
Every Dunmer left a piece of themselves behind when they departed our homeland. All we can do is make the most of what we have.
As the wife to the second counselor of
On
Raven
behalf
Rock,
of House Redoran and as Counselor of Raven Rock,
I can.
I bid you welcome. Do I? What a strange thing. It sounds so familiar, and yet I cannot place the name. I'm not even sure. I can picture a temple, here on Solstheim. Must have been a bad dream. Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway. Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skarl village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and reclings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this. It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Raven Rock doesn't feel like it can last much longer. You've never heard of House Redorin? We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the Council, the ruling body of Morrowind. This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Endoral, Sadras, and Redorin. Well, of course, with 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory. Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
As wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock, it'd be my pleasure to help you any way that I can. You aren't here with bad news regarding my husband, are you? I couldn't bear it.
I've sworn to keep Councillor Morvain safe, and I intend to take that oath
if you find my phone.
grave, if need be.
What are you gawking at, Outlander?
Damn ash.